and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and today I wanted to show you how to make my delicious sweet potato and Marmite pancakes. As I just mentioned, today I want to show you how to make my sweet potato and Marmite pancakes. Now I realise that Pancake Day has been and gone in the UK, but I don't think pancakes are just for Pancake Day. I think you can eat them all year round, and I also think you can have them for breakfast, lunch and dinner too. These pancakes are actually savoury pancakes, and I'm going to be making a new recipe tonight which I'm hoping will go on my blog very soon. I'm going to be making pizza burgers, and instead of using a burger bun I'm going to be using these sweet potato pancakes. We do this with a lot of our recipes, so if we have a burger I will use sweet potato pancakes instead of a bun. So while I was making them I thought I'd show you how to make them too. So here is how to make my sweet potato and Marmite pancakes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cook my sweet potato. So what I've done here is I've put a pan on the hob and I've just put some boiled water in the bottom, and I put it on a fairly high heat to get it started. So I put it on number 7 on my hob. So hopefully that will start to boil, and then I'll turn it down in a little while. But what I'm going to do is I've also put a colander on top of the saucepan. So I'm going to put the sweet potato into the colander. So I peeled and chopped my sweet potato into like centimetre pieces, and then I just put them into the colander. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lid on that, and hopefully those potatoes will steam in probably about 20 minutes. They'll be lovely and soft then, so I'll take them off. So these have been steaming away for about 20 minutes now, and I can get my fork through them and they're beautifully soft as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to set this aside and leave the potato pieces to cool. So I've left my sweet potatoes to cool, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the flour for the actual sweet potato. So in this bowl I have 200 grams of oats, and I also have about 50 grams of ground flaxseed. The flaxseed I'm using is actually a mix of flaxseed. Oh god, I'm spilling this everywhere. So yeah, it's like flaxseed, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, goji berries as well. They're in there as well, I think. And that's about it. So I'm just adding these to my NutriBullet cup. You can use a blender as well if you want to. I'm just going to make this into flour. So I'm just gonna, this is clean by the way, so I'm just gonna do that, not to waste any, that's why. So I'm just gonna put that in there, and then I'm gonna put the lid on the NutriBullet cup. And I'm going to blend this until it makes a flour now. That's all nicely turned into a flour now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the flour to my mixing bowl, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder to that. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm going to mix those together, and then I'm going to set the flour aside. And I'm going to grab my sweet potato, which I cooked earlier, and I'm going to put it into the NutriBullet cup again. And basically what I'm doing here is just making the mix for the pancakes. And then I'm going to get, I'd say probably about 2 tablespoons of something called nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is like, it's a plant and it tastes like cheese. This is optional. If you can't get nutritional yeast then please don't worry. But yeah, it does make it taste a bit cheesy, which is really nice. So I put about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast in there. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of yeast extract. And yeast extract is like Marmite or Vegemite if you're in Australia. We love this stuff. It's one of those foods that you either love it or loathe it. You don't have to put the Marmite in, you could just make the sweet potato pancakes. But it does give it a really nice flavour, I have to say. So that's why, and we love having Marmite pancakes as well, they are delicious. So yeah, so now I'm going to add milk. I'd say I'm probably adding about 400 mils of milk to this mix. And then I'm going to blend these ingredients together now. So I'm just going to blend this. So that's my mix blended together, and it will look like a smoothie basically. That's how it should look. So all the ingredients are really smooth. And now I'm going to grab my dry ingredients. I'm going to pour the wet ingredients onto the dry ingredients like so. And then I'm going to mix these together. So I'm going to get myself a fork. So I've got a fork and I'm just going to mix these together. You can use a whisk if you want to. I just prefer using a fork, to be honest. I find a fork a little bit easier than the whisk I have. The whisk I have, it seems to get, the food seems to get stuck in the bottom and you're forever banging it, so I much prefer a fork for this. The pancake mix will be a little thick as well, but don't worry about that, it's meant to be thick. These do make very thick pancakes, but they are just so yummy, I have to say. And I can smell the Marmite in them already. As I said, if you're not a Marmite fan, then don't put it in. But if you love it like us, then you can add a tablespoon or two, and it really does make them taste so savoury but delicious. So yeah, that's my mix, all mixed round, and now I'm going to cook the pancakes. So all of the ingredients in my mixing bowl are well mixed together now, so I'm just going to set this aside, and I've put a frying pan onto my hob and I'm going to put it onto a high heat, if I can turn the hob on. So I'm going to put it on to a very high heat and I'm going to leave it to heat up. And while it's heating up, I'm also going to add a little bit of oil to the base of the pan, like so. And then I'm going to spread the oil with a plastic brush across the base so it's all evenly coated in the oil, like so. And now I'm going to leave this to heat up completely. So the base of my pan is lovely and warm now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a spoonful of the pancake mix to the base of the frying pan. Sorry about the noise, but I do have to kind of tap it off. So I'm just going to spread it a little bit as well while it's here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to cook around the outside of the pan, and then I'll flip it over, but I'll show you that in a moment. So as you can see here, the pancake has started to cook very nicely around the outside of the pan, and basically that's a good indicator that you can now flip that pancake over. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I'm just going to try and flip this over now. There you go, and that's beautifully cooked on the other side as well. Normally I do like 2 in a frying pan. I'm just going to turn the heat down because it's getting a bit hot. Yeah, normally I do 2 in the frying pan, but I just wanted to show you it cooking around the outside, so I didn't want anything else in the pan to disturb it, if you see what I mean. So I'm now going to cook the rest of this pancake mixture off. So I'll be back in a moment. So this is my sweet potato pancakes, and I think I made about 13 or 14 in the end. So yeah, obviously we're not going to eat them all tonight. We're going to have 2 with a burger, and then 2 again, we'll probably have leftovers tomorrow as well. And then the rest I will put in the deep freeze. I occasionally have these for breakfast, which is really yummy, and I also have these with soups and things as well, which is really nice. So yes, but I'm definitely looking forward to my dinner tonight with 2 of these and a burger. So that's how you make my delicious sweet potato and Marmite pancakes, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Do you like pancakes, and have you ever had them with Marmite? I would love to know, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.